In 1/7 episode, Leo used the stolen ability of a hunter Moral knew to create an ocean using a trident and surf on it. Moral inhaled the stagnant air trapped in the church, exhaled it with an increased concentration of carbon dioxide, and stayed underwater while inhaling oxygen with a gasp IP made. Leo unknowingly inhaled the CO2, so started losing consciousness, and his ability disappeared, and as the water was trapped in the church, it didn't disappear, which caused him to drown and die. Palm tried going to see Meruem from close as her ability to see people from far away works when she sees them with her own eyes, but got caught. The Calgo had bought Killua to an underground criminal hospital, where his bill was 1.8 million jennies, so Killua got its money from Gon. It was revealed that a secret room of Bizif is 5 kilometers underground, so Neferpitou can't sense humans there through his N. That's why Gon's group believe the Palm is safe there. Nav won't take part in their mission because of feeling Royal Guard's fearful name. Killua got released from the hospital, and he and the Calgo started going to Gon's group. 3 days left until the invasion. The next episode, Killua reunited with Gon's group and everyone made a new attack plan including a Calgo and Maliran in it and started going to their decided locations. 2 days left until the invasion. After knowing what Komugi's name was, Meruem wondered what his name was, as he didn't know it yet. It was revealed that Meruem's group would make the summoned humans fight each other and the strong survivors would get recruited by them. Meruem thought of Komugi better than him, so went to kill her on Sheipu's suggestion, but saved her instead as she was getting jumped by an eagle. 1 day left until the invasion. The next episode, the 5 million citizens started leaving their houses to gather in front of the castle 10 hours earlier. As election timing was changed unofficially because of the bad weather, the selection would start the next day at 3 p.m. Maliran told Netero's team about the new timing by getting information from his friend Ants. Nav spectated the march from a distance and saw Sheipu hypnotizing people using his scales, while the soldiers, who were getting controlled by Neferpitou's puppets, were ordering people to follow their orders no matter what. Later, Netero's team prepared to fight and went in front of the castle through Nav's portal. 10 minutes left until the invasion. The next episode, Hina was getting rid of Knuckles' APR on Chidu. Welfin found the blood of the ant Nav killed and started searching for the killer himself. Meruem was getting irritated by Neferpitou's N, so told him not to guard the first floor or let anyone come there, as he'll be staying there alone. Welfin and Bizif teamed up, as the secret killer and Palm's disappearance were suspicious. 1 minute left until the invasion. The next episode, 2 men fell down from the sky to the castle. Neferpitou and Sheipu noticed them. Those were Isaac Netero and Zeno Zoldyck. It was revealed that Netero was already an old man when Zeno was born, and Netero is the only one who has survived after fighting Zeno's grandfather. At 46 years old, he performed 10,000 straight punches every single day for 2 years, and went from 18 hours per 10,000 to 1 hour per 10,000 punches. 6 decades ago when he was 50, he took over a dojo by just showing his punch. Netero used his ability to send Neferpitou flying, but he used Dr. Bly to stop the momentum. As planned, Gon's group came out of the portal near the stairs, where Menthuthuyoupi was guarding the first floor of Meruem. The next episode, it was revealed that Menthuthuyoupi was the hybrid of magical beasts, not humans, so it gave him a massive boost in strength, as he lacked appearance and brain. Dragon Dive, the Nen ability of Zeno, hit the castle, and using the opportunity Knuckle punched Menthuthuyoupi to attach his APR to his body. Menthuthuyoupi powered up as there were too many enemies. Sheipu reached the first floor to check Meruem, but he was with Komugi. Neferpitou rushed to Meruem by finding him with his N, and saw him holding the injured Komugi, while Netero and Zeno were watching. To show respect for his love for one human, Netero and Zeno let Neferpitou heal Komugi. Meruem then started taking Netero and Zeno somewhere else to fight. The next episode, Knuckle and Shoot fought Menthuthuyoupi, and Moral went ahead to fight Sheipu as planned. Gon and Killua were going to Neferpitou's room. Killua killed 2 Chimera ants on the way, and a Calgo, who turned himself into Flutter using his Nen ability, ran past him to go to Palm through the elevator. Welfin saw it and suspected that Flutter was with the enemy group. Suddenly Chidu and Bloster also came there. Sheipu was depressed for not being with Meruem at a time like that, but Moral came there to fight him. Gon reached the roof and saw Meruem, Netero and Zeno leaving the room where there was his target, Neferpitou. The next episode, Killua came to the roof too, while Meruem and Netero started going far away to go all out in their fight. Chidu went after them, while Bloster and Welfin got suspicious of Flutter as he called Leal Haja, even though Leal hated that name. Sheipu started evolving into his next form, while Moral let him do it, as it would waste the enemy's time. Shoot could only manage to take one eye of Menthuthuyoupi using Hotel Rafflesia, but was losing the fight because of the injuries. Suddenly Knuckles showed himself to fight Menthuthuyoupi. The next episode, Flutter reached the basement of Bizif to find Palm, and Bloster went after him because he was suspicious of Flutter. Welfin suspected that Bloster might be working with the enemy too, as he was secretly watching him earlier when he was watching Killua and Flutter, so went to find Bizif first. Maliran started going towards Gon and Killua as planned, and encountered Welfin on his way, but managed to escape. Though that made Welfin realize that if so many ants are on the enemy side, why he alone is supporting Meruem. Gon and Killua reached Neferpitou's room. The next episode, Neferpitou couldn't fight them because he was treating Komugi. Gon wasn't waiting as he hated him for killing Kite, so he broke his left arm to beg them to wait. Gon still didn't listen, so Killua told him that they could use Neferpitou to heal Kite again. Gon gave her 1 hour to heal Komugi as much as he could, and then they'd go heal Kite. The next episode, Chidu found Zeno on his way and wanted to use his new Nen ability on him. Suddenly Silva arrived and one-shot him, as he was there just to pick Zeno up. As they had 1 hour, Killua decided to go help Knuckle and Shoot. Knuckle took Shoot to a safer area, where Shoot told him to punch Menthuthuyoupi in the face because of the disrespect he showed to them. Knuckles and shoots Nen abilities, no response from Meruem or Royal Guards, and Knuckles' return, all that made Menthuthuyoupi stressed as hell, which converted his body into an insane form because of the rage. Menthuthuyoupi exploded and realized that if he wanted to be useful to Meruem, he must learn calmness. 3 minutes have passed since the invasion started. The next episode, Flutter went to Bizif's area and found out that Palm wrote a note with her Nen that if she wouldn't contact them before the invasion, just assume that she died. While returning, Bloster shot and killed him as he thought of him as an imposter, but Ikalgo had already left Flutter's body in case something like that happened. Menthuthuyoupi was about to hit Knuckle with a strong punch, suddenly Killua came there and paralyzed him with his lightning, which let Knuckle hit him 8 times, and he left to take Shoot to a hospital through Nav's portal. Killua fought Menthuthuyoupi. The next episode, Killua used Godspeed, an ability that covers Killua with electricity and increases his speed a lot. Though he ended up using all the stored electricity and escaped with Meruem. Bloster needed a code to use the elevator which he didn't know. Ikalgo went to the control room while Bloster came out of the elevator by shooting its door. Ikalgo closed both paths, released the sleeping gas from the elevator, bought a tank in front of the elevator, and used a straw to keep breathing, which spread the sleeping gas out which Bloster inhaled and went to sleep. Ikalgo couldn't gather enough courage to finish him, so went back to the control room. The next episode, Moral disabled a trap and hit Sheipuf which stopped his evolution process, but he acted like he had another plan. Moral made 89 deep purple, suddenly Sheipuf took his cigar away, so he couldn't use his ability anymore. Menthuthuyoupi and Knuckle came there too, so Moral turned his deep purple's appearance into Knuckles to fight. Knuckles' Nen ability on Cheeto disappeared as he was dead, so Hina was free to move around. She helped Bizif from getting crushed in return for getting his treasure from the basement. Sheipuf threw Moral's cigar into a river and turned himself into small puppets, where one is his real body, and others follow him. Sheipuf's clones found Gon, Neferpitou and Komugi, Hina, Reina, Bizif and Welfin, Palm, and Moral, Knuckle and Menthuthuyoupi, but couldn't find Meruem. Sheipuf then went to Neferpitou's room, but Neferpitou told him not to come any closer. The next episode, Gon told Sheipuf to keep standing where he is, or he'll kill Komugi. Seeing fear in Neferpitu's eyes, Sheipuf asked him to tell him everything that happened there. Before her rage exploded again, Menthuthuyoupi controlled himself and absorbed the explosion's energy back, which converted him into a new stronger form. Menthuthuyoupi was grateful. Because of Moral and Knuckle, he was able to reach the limits he never knew he could reach. To let Moral escape, Knuckle got rid of APR from Menthuthuyoupi in exchange. Menthuthuyoupi started going to Meruem to protect him as that's his actual duty, and also didn't kill Knuckles' group, as no matter how many times they attack him, he'll always defeat them. Nav came there, said that he took Shoot to the hospital, and started taking Moral to the hospital too, while Knuckles stayed behind to keep fighting. The next episode, Netero and Meruem reached the military weapon testing area and were going to fight there. Neferpitou told everything to Gon and Sheipuf, so Sheipuf secretly left with 6 out of 7 of his body. Meruem didn't wanted to kill Netero to talk to him about his ideologies. No. Netero attacked him. Sheipuf reunited with Menthuthuyoupi and told him everything, so both started going to Meruem. Meruem sat down again to talk to Netero. No. Netero attacked him again. Meruem wasn't interested in fighting Netero, so Netero told him that he'd tell him his real name if he defeated him. Meruem didn't know his name, as when Queen Ant was dying, she only told the name, Meruem, to those around her. Meruem and Netero got ready to fight. The next episode, Bizif's group went to get treasure from the basement which Ikalgo didn't notice. Suddenly Welfin appeared and put him at gunpoint. Though Ikalgo shot him and Welfin shot him in return, and planted big black centipedes in his body. Ikalgo kept shooting Welfin with bullets he was making using his own body, and asked him if he remembers anything when he was a human. It was revealed that Welfin was the friend of Gyro, the kid with drunk father who later created an underworld NGL organization on NGL Island. Both got eaten by the Queen Ant and got turned into Chimera ants. Welfin wants to meet Gyro again, which made him cry, and his black centipedes disappeared. Welfin gave up on trying to achieve big goals and decided to live a normal life by finding Gyro. He told Ikalgo where the captured Palm was kept, so he started going there, though Palm hatched and was turned into a Chimera ant. The next episode, Killua charged himself up with as much electricity as he could and was leaving, suddenly encountered Palm on the way. She tried to know where Gon was, but Killua figured out that she was their enemy now, so refused to tell her. She turned into Black Widow, a hair armor, to force Killua to tell her, but he stopped and told her not to become more burden for Gon, as he was in no condition to take more pain. It was revealed that Palm killed herself when she saw Neferpitu's Nen, and Neferpitou and Sheipuf then experimented on her corpse. The more the memory the more the power, hence they only took a few of Palm's memory as a human to convert her into the strongest soldier ant ever. After hearing Killua, Palm was back as she was before and was on Gon's side again. The next episode, Knuckle came to Gon's room and called Sheipuf out to fight him, so he left without caring about Neferpitou and Komugi, as he doesn't care if Komugi dies. As a punishment, Gon told Neferpitou to heal Komugi 10 minutes earlier. Netero used his ability, 100 type Guanyin Bodhisattva, 99th hand, and reached the underground basement. Netero was grateful for everything in his life that led him to that moment, as he met Meruem. The next episode, Netero kept hitting Meruem with his Nen ability, while Meruem kept standing and coming back to try to get near Netero to one-shot him. After 100s and 1000s of hits, Meruem felt pain inside his body, but separated Netero's right leg. Netero sealed the wound and after some more hits, Meruem separated Netero's left arm. Praying is what lets Netero use his ability, and he doesn't need hands for it, but heart. His strongest attack, 0, required a lot of Nen, and he lost a lot of blood too, so he got skinny. Netero told Meruem his name, but Meruem was focused on Netero. He was scared. Netero's heart stopped beating, which triggered the bomb that was planted in his heart. Checkmate. The bomb exploded in a huge area and its smoke shaped like a rose. The next episode, it was revealed that that bomb was used 10 times in past and took 5.12 million human lives. Shaypoof and Menthuthuyoupi saw the explosion and started going towards it, while the 1 out of 7 of Shaypoof's body also started going there. The Calgo, Killua, Palm, Knuckle and Meruem reunited and started going to Gon's room. The critical injuries of Komugi were healed, so Gon told Neferpitou to come with him. Killua's group arrived, so Gon told them to take Komugi as a hostage, and once Neferpitou would heal Kite, they'll release her. Neferpitou and Gon left, and on the other side Shaypoof and Menthuthuyoupi were searching for Meruem. Menthuthuyoupi came out of the bomb flames and was holding the dead body of Meruem. The next episode, Meruem moved so he was still a little alive. Shaypoof and Menthuthuyoupi fed him their cells and nen, whose taste Meruem loved, and he asked for as much more as they could give him. Gladly, Shaypoof and Menthuthuyoupi gave him everything they could, and Meruem felt like he was reborn. Meruem had lost his memories and was slowly remembering everything back. The 1/7 body of Shaypoof saw the opportunity and started going back to get rid of Komugi, before Meruem sees her and remembers his memories with her too. Meruem grew wings and started going back to the castle, which would take him almost 2 minutes. 1/7 returned to the castle, suddenly got hit by the invisible Knuckle, as Palm knew he was coming back using her ability. The APR of Knuckle appeared with the real body of Shaypoof, while Palm saw that Meruem was alive and returning. The next episode, Shaypoof went after Komugi, and as Killua's group was keeping her as a hostage, Killua started taking her away, while Shaypoof took that opportunity to send them away from the castle. Shaypoof tried attacking Komugi, which knocked her down, so Killua started protecting her to not let Shaypoof's plan succeed. Meruem reached the front of the castle and saw the hypnotized people who were gathered earlier. Meruem decided to visit the castle to try to regain his memories. Suddenly Shaypoof remembered that he might see the Gungi board and get Komugi's memories back, so went back to the castle. The next episode, Knuckle, Meruem and Calgo started hiding among the gathered people, and Shaypoof got rid of the Gungi board in pieces. Gon and Neferpitou reached the building that had Kite in it, while Shaypoof used Welfin and his own voice-changing ability to tell Neferpitou that he has managed to save Komugi, hence Neferpitou is free to do anything he wants now. Gon and Neferpitou were with Kite, and after seeing him, Neferpitou told Gon that Kite was already dead. Gon started blaming himself, but his other side blamed Neferpitou for Kite's death. Neferpitou started healing his arm, while Palm saw all that. The next episode, Killua gave Komugi to Palm and started going towards Gon and Neferpitou. Neferpitou was going to kill Gon too, and Gon was now sure that Neferpitou wouldn't heal Kite anymore. He made a contract to use all the nen he'll ever have in his life in return for killing Neferpitou, which made his body age up at once. He took Neferpitou outside to fight. Suddenly Neferpitou attacked him on the way, but Gon used John Ken Rock to send him flying. Killua arrived and saw Gon landing the final John Ken Rock to kill Neferpitou. Gon told Killua about Kite's death. Suddenly Terpsichore, an ability that controls Neferpitou's body without his will, attacked Gon and separated his right arm. Gon was glad, as he was how Kite was before. To turn Neferpitou's dead body into ashes, Gon used an extremely huge amount of nen, while Killua feared about the side effects of using that much nen's condition. The next episode, Shaypoof decided to hypnotize more humans coming in front of the castle. Menthuthuyoupi decided to find Neferpitou, while Meruem decided to kill all the people who invaded the castle. Meruem used N, found Knuckle and Meruem, knocked them down, and bought them inside the castle, all in an instant. Shaypoof asked for a race, where Menthuthuyoupi would try to find Neferpitou, while Meruem would start going after the 2 remaining intruders only when Shaypoof is done hypnotizing the humans coming there. If Menthuthuyoupi wins, Meruem would grant their wish, but if Meruem wins, Shaypoof and Menthuthuyoupi would tell him what they were hiding. Menthuthuyoupi went to wait for Neferpitou to return. Shaypoof was hypnotizing people, while Palm and Calgo went to the basement to stay away from Meruem's N and hid Komugi in a room of Bizarre's area. The next episode, Neferpitou's puppets who were controlling the soldiers disappeared as Neferpitou wasn't controlling them, and Shaypoof was struggling as his 6 out of 7 body was eaten by Meruem. The Calgo told Welfin to tell Meruem or the royal guards where Komugi is, and in return, they'll ask them to let the men Knuckles and Meruem leave safely. It was revealed that a Calgo has human memories of his friend, Zakahil, who was Welfin, and also knew about Blaster and Gyro. Welfin bought the women of Bizarre out, and was leaving with a truck that had Blaster in it, but met Menthuthuyoupi on the way. After knowing about the negotiation message, Menthuthuyoupi told Welfin to leave, and he'll tell that to Meruem. Suddenly Welfin remembered the memories where Chimera ants attacked the NGL organization and killed his friends and Gyro, so got ready to fight Menthuthuyoupi out of anger and revenge. Meruem found a Gungi piece under the rubble, and remembered that he was playing with someone and was on a losing streak. Shaypoof returned and found the dead body of Menthuthuyoupi, so told it to Meruem and gave up on the contest, but Meruem asked him what he was hiding. Palm revealed that Meruem would die in a few hours, and also understood the relationship of Komugi with Meruem and royal guards. The next episode, it was revealed that the rose bomb, which Netero used on Meruem, was poisonous. Shaypoof hadn't told Meruem about Komugi, and was ready to even die protecting that secret. Meruem used N and found Welfin who was leaving the castle. Welfin told Meruem that Menthuthuyoupi himself died by coughing blood. Suddenly Shaypoof stopped him and Meruem from continue talking, as Welfin might reveal the secret that Meruem should himself find. Seeing Shaypoof's devotion and loyalty, Meruem forgave him and got ready to eat Welfin as he was hungry. Out of fear, Welfin aged and lost his hair, so before dying, he figured out the word that was the cause of that all. Komugi. Meruem got all the memories back, and Shaypoof realized that she was the one Meruem cared for the most. Out of fear, Welfin told Meruem her location, but remembered his rage and told him that his king is Gyro, not him. Meruem was grateful that he gave him such huge information and wished him luck on his journey of finding Gyro and living a normal human life. The next episode, Meruem went to Bizasaria, found Palm using his nen, and asked her for the conditions to return Komugi, as he gave up on trying to rule everything and just wanted to spend time with her. Meruem was about to kneel before her, so Palm understood that he wasn't lying and told him Komugi's location in return for seeing his final moments with her. Sheapuf died because of the rose bomb's poisonous particles. Meruem found Komugi and told her to play Gungi with her. Next morning, the media and stuff arrived to tell the world about the mess. Palm was keeping eye on Meruem, and Netero's pre-recorded video about resignation was released to the public. Meruem was playing Gungi with Komugi in one of Bizasaria room and told Komugi his name and asked her to call his name formally. After playing for some time, Meruem told Komugi that he'd die in a few moments because he was poisoned, so Komugi asked him to take her with him, as she feels like she was born for that. After playing for some more time, Meruem felt tired and decided to take a nap. Komugi stayed close to poison Meruem, so she had the effects of the poison too. Meruem fell asleep and Komugi fell asleep too. The next episode, the 5 million summoned people were returning and kept as refugees. NGL region was kept under Hunter Association watch. Blaster decided to stay in NGL as he couldn't remember Gyro. Reina, this girl who got turned into Chimera Ant too, also decided to live in NGL region, and Bizafhina and Welfin started going to find Gyro in Meteor City. Blaster helped Reina go back to her village and he was accepted to stay there too. Government didn't want it to scare the world, so named Chimera Ants magical beasts. Cole told Moral that the last child of Queen Ant, whom he had adopted, kept saying that her name was Kite. Gon was on life support for losing his nen, so Killua left to bring someone there who could save him, as he was subscribed to the channel. In the final scene, Netero wanted the next chairman to be selected with at least 95% Hunters votes, so the leaders of the Hunter Association, the Zodiacs, including Gon's father, Jing, gathered at the headquarters. Thanks for sticking till the end. If you enjoyed, then like, subscribe, join my Patreon, and check out my other videos too.